Good morning, class, and welcome to the next week in our session. Last week's session we talked about blacks and African Americans. It was a great discussion. I was just yesterday reading some of the discussions on the discussion board, and man, you guys are doing well. I'm very impressed with your analysis, your thoughts, and how you're the questions that I'm asking, how you're approaching the problem. You're not just posting the first thing that pops in your mind. I can tell there's some reasoned analysis and some reasoned thoughts going on. So I really, really appreciate that. So had some great discussion last week. I did have a couple of videos last week. I had the first video, and then I posted the second video later in the week. I hope you're able to watch those videos because again, I think they provide a really, really good examples of the experience that blacks and African Americans have had in the workplace here in the United States. So again, great discussion. Was very, very happy with what I've seen so far. As far as grades go, I know that's always the question. When am I going to get my grades? I'll make sure to have, because last week we had a busy week. You had the discussion analysis. We had the discussion forum. You had your first case analysis. Again, I haven't got to read those yet, but I'll start reading those today. I'm really excited to learn, what you wrote and figure out, how you're approaching these questions. And then we had the first paper that was due. So I know it was a lot last week, and I do apologize that it was a lot for one week. But I will try to have everything graded by Thursday of this week, so that and I'll post the grades. And if you have any questions, please let me know about your grades, and we'll go from there. But again, hopefully everything by Thursday of this week. Well, for this week, we're going to move on to our next group, which is about Hispanic Americans, Latinos. So a very, very good discussion this week. It's going to be similar to last week. We're going to have a discussion forum where I'll post some questions for you to ask. There'll be a video for you to watch. There's another case analysis. No paper due this week, so you don't have to worry about that. But you'll have two assignments that'll be due on Sunday of this week. Your discussion forum and then the case analysis. One additional a little article that I'll post in this week's is terminology, because as you start, you hear the term Latino, Latinx, Hispanic, Cuban, you hear all these different terms, and they all mean something different. You can't really use one term to describe everybody. So I found a great article that I hope you will read that will kind of let you know the terminology, so you can know the difference between what being Hispanic it means, what being Latino or Latina means. It's a great article, so make sure you read that, because it will definitely help your understanding when you're reading this week's chapter. So, and again, the Hispanics are one of the largest growing groups in the United States. So more and more influence is going to be exerted by Hispanics and Hispanic Americans, over the next several years. So a very, very important chapter for us to learn about, and for really a good discussion topic for us this week. So again, another great topic. Again, I was so impressed with our discussion on blacks and African Americans last week. So I hope to have just as good a discussion this week. So again, class is going great. I've been very pleased. I hope, we're only a few weeks in, but I hope the format that we're following is working for you. I always like to get as much feedback from the class as possible. So, I know I post a lot of information. There's a lot of assignments, a lot of work in this class, but I think it's worthwhile to really help us understand diversity in organizations. So, if there's any part of the class that you're struggling with, that you're like, Justin, this might be a little too heavy for me. If you're having questions or any concerns, feel free to shoot me an email. I'm always happy to discuss, how you're doing in class, and what you're finding, easy to work with, what you're struggling with. I read every email that is sent to me, and I take them very seriously, because I want you to have a positive experience in this class. And again, and a class like this is only as good as a participant. So again, the way each of you is sharing your thoughts and your opinions, you're doing so respectfully, is really what's making this a great class so far. But please, if there's anything that I can do as the instructor to help make your class a better experience, please let me know. I'm happy to listen and see what we can work out. So have a great week, everyone. I love reading the discussion board. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love reading what each one of you has to say. So I look forward to reading more message boards, and we'll talk soon. Have a great day, everyone.